Daily Wire host Matt Walsh has a few thoughts about the recent casting of a black woman to play the character of Ariel in Disney's newest live action remake.
With The Little Mermaid, can we also just mention that just from a scientific perspective, okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have someone with darker skin who lives deep in the ocean. I mean, if anything, not only should the Little Mermaid be pale, she should actually be translucent. If you look at deep sea creatures, they're like translucent. They have no kind of pigmentation whatsoever. And they're just like these horrifying, they look like skeletons floating around in the ocean. That's what the Little Mermaid should look like. She should be totally pale and skeletal, where you can see her skull through her face. And that would actually be a version of Little Mermaid that I would watch.
Okay, so look, anybody who uses the phrase from a scientific perspective in order to discuss the casting of a minority to play a fucking fictional character, okay, and how they hate it and how it's a bad idea, I think should have their political opinions completely discarded. Seriously. Not only that, but maybe those same people should be rounded up and shot into the sun. I'm kidding. Or maybe I'm not. Because this is annoying. I'm tired of the discourse. I'm tired of the discourse where, oh, such and such character can't be black. There are no black elves in Middle Earth. Hey, you know what? It's fiction. It's not real. It doesn't exist. So, you know what? There can be black elves. There can be yellow elves. There can be red elves. Okay? There can be elves of any color. There can be rainbow-colored elves. It doesn't matter. It's fiction. It's not real. So stop complaining about it. It's so stupid. Oh, you know, Ariel, she can't be black because she's in the ocean. She's a mermaid. Mermaids aren't real. Who cares what color her skin is? And by the way, I absolutely love his suggestion, right? To enhance the so-called realism. She should be translucent with a skull face. Yes, because that will go over really well with children. This is a children's film. This isn't made for you, Matt Walsh. It's not made for you. It's made for little kids. Think of the nightmares you're going to give to little kids for having translucent Ariel with skull face. But look, for Matt Walsh and a lot of these idiots, these chuds, having a black woman character be the main character in a film, that's their nightmare. Honestly, like he, wakes up in a cold sweat going, oh my God, oh no, black characters not being typecast and portrayed as drug dealers, gang members, prisoners. Oh God, so I'm so scared. The horror. Movies reflecting reality. Can't have it. Can't have it. Movies being diverse. Can't have it. No. Now, the other funny thing about this, and there's a lot of funny things about this, is his attempt at using a scientific perspective on pretty much anything. Matt Walsh, you are not a scientist. You don't even believe in science. So, look, I don't know why you're giving that perspective, or even attempting to do that perspective. It doesn't make any sense. But look, getting back to the translucent thing, because I'm stuck on that. All right. Hey, you know what? It turns out there are actually plenty of sea animals with dark pigmentation. I know. There are sure places where it is so deep and dark, the ocean, where there's literally no light at all. Okay, that's where you have animals that are translucent, bioluminescent, etc. Now, of course, I'm sure that I've already enraged and confused Matt Walsh because I've used the word trans. And so, obviously, but stay with me here, okay? Turns out the ocean is incredibly diverse. It's a huge, diverse biosphere with many different environments in it with different plants and animals. Again, I probably already lost Matt Walsh when I said the word diverse because he's triggered, right? But it's true. And you know what? Thanks to actual scientists, we actually get to explore that. And that is amazing. And absolutely wonderful. But here's the thing. People like Walsh, Matt Walsh, Jeremy Quartering, geeks and gamers and all the other reactionary chuds, all they're doing is they're cashing in on an industry, a cottage industry of hate. You have incels and angry chuds that all they want to do is hate on black people and women. And that's really it. They monetize racism and misogyny while cloaking in the guise of like, oh, but woke, it's wokeism. It's and bad writing. That's what it is. It's bad writing. Disney bad. Okay, you know what? I agree. Disney is bad. Their working conditions and their pay have been notoriously awful, and they've become a huge problem when it comes to monopolizing different IPs, and just creating a huge corporate empire, right? And look, do they also sometimes churn out cookie cutter corporate approved content in order to make money? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And so that's a valid critique. When you see, some of this, corporate board approved, whatever, stories or remakes or recycles and things like that, where there's no original ideas, all right, that's a fair criticism, okay? And by the way, do these companies sometimes use the appearance of being inclusive to try to make money? Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. They're corporations. Their number one duty is to make money. It's a fiduciary responsibility to maximize profit. And so will they go to things that are popular? Yes. What's popular? Inclusion. You know why inclusion is popular? Because it's a good thing. And people generally like it. People generally like it when, I don't know, characters that are represented represent them, look like them. I mean, look, I heard a story where a little black girl, saw, and heard the trailer, and they said, "Mom, that looks like me." That's generally a good thing. That's the target audience right there. But look, even if you're doing it for money, generally representation happens to be a good thing. So look, that said, the vast majority of critiques that are negative to these movies don't have anything to do with writing, originality, or even Disney's bad business practices. It's all because generally black people are in my movies and I don't like it, makes me uncomfortable. Women are in my video games and I don't like it and it makes me uncomfortable. 95% or 90 to 95% of the hatred that not just this, but a lot of these different series have gotten is a result of just those couple of things.